Hey, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I am so excited to be here on today. I am going to give you a few minutes to join, and we're just going to take a few minutes to have a little conversation. So, happy Wednesday to you. Happy St. Patty's Day to you for those of you that are celebrating the holiday or whatever. But I am just so grateful to be here. When I say wow, I mean, I have had a wow day. I mean, I've had a busy, productive work day, but even a productive personal day because my day probably starts a lot earlier than most of you. Good evening, Eva. Thank you so much for joining because I have like this thing that I do every morning. So I do get up and do the things that I do. I read, I pray, I meditate, I visualize, I exercise, and I do all these things early in the morning. So generally, I'm up 2 hours before even the kids get up. Okay, so if you're on, just say good evening. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I have been missing you all, but I am working on some really big projects and doing some, kind of pivoting in another direction and doing some things. But I want to just come on here and talk to you just for a few minutes. And first of all, I want to say this. I just had an opportunity to sit under the voice of seven amazing millionaires, right? And when you think about, the reason you work so hard, the reason you grind so hard, the reason that you show up, the reason you get out of bed, the reason you do the things that you do, think about why is that? What is the real outcome that you are seeking? What is it that you are desiring, to happen in the midst of you doing what you do? That's what I want to know. What is the desired outcome in the midst of you're doing what you do? I'm just inviting a few people really quick. I'm inviting a few people really quick. But I am just so excited because I'm going to tell you, when you are able to sit at the feet of people that are doing or have done what you desire to do, is truly amazing. And I mean the knowledge, the wisdom, the nuggets, the all of that you get, it is simply amazing. And the reason that I wanted to come on here, first of all, there's an event tonight. It's on Zoom. It's in the privacy of your own home. And some of those same people that I had an opportunity to hear today, they're doing a talk on tonight at 8 o'clock. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to register. Even if you're moving about, get some stuff in your ear, different from the things that you have been hearing. We grind hard and we work hard. We say we get it, we do it. But sometimes it takes us to experience some different things, and it will reveal to us some of the things that we're doing. We can be doing them differently. Some things we can not do at all. Some things we need to do. And so, hey, Princess, thank you so much for joining. Some things that we need to do. You can sit in the background. You don't have to say a word. Listen, get the nuggets that is there and see if you hear something that resonates with you, that moves you, to be able to sit. Hey, Willie Mae, thank you so much for joining. So the first thing that I'm on here for is to tell you about this event tonight. I need 5 people to get registered. I have some registered. I need 5 more people to get registered. Not just for me, but for you. I mean, if you didn't walk away with nothing but a nugget that will propel you to take action on the thing that you're working on, I'm happy with that, right? Get in where you fit in. Listen at some stuff. Sometimes we get stuck. in as they call it, stinking thinking. You know, sometimes we get around the groups and the ones that we know. Hey, D, thank you so much for joining. And I don't care what business you're in. You know, whatever business you're in, you can use some millionaire wisdom. You hear me? So this meeting is tonight at 8. If you're interested, you can say interested in the comments. All I need is your email and name. Now, you're going to have to hurry up. The meeting is at 8 o'clock. Good evening, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. If you're already registered, just say registered. If you know you've already sent me your information to get registered, but they have to send you the link. My office is sending you the link. So look, send me your email, your name, so you can get registered. Just listen in. You can listen in while you're in the tub. I don't care. Just get the information. Because I'm telling you, my life is totally changing. You know, and I thought I was living the life of my dream. Baby. So that's the first thing that I want to say. Well, I don't know. That's maybe the second or third thing I want to say. I don't know. But anyway, at any rate, registered. Yes. Thank you so much, Belinda. But this is what I want you to think about. I want you to think about why you get up. I want you to think about when you get up, what are you working for and what are you working towards? I'm going to say that again. I want you to think about why is it that you get up. And I know you don't wake yourself up. That's God's job. But when you get out of bed, when you get yourself dressed, when you start your day, what is it that drives you? What is it that drives you to take the action that you do? And please don't let it just be food on the table and a roof over your head. Don't let it be that. That's necessity. What is it above necessity that drives you? That no matter how rough the road gets, no matter how tough circumstances get, that you say, you know what? I'm in this thing to win it. I am in it to win it. For me, it's me having a responsibility to those that I'm called to speak with, those that I'm called to impart into their life, those that I'm called to push, to pull, to walk in their purpose. That drives me. When I know that I have a meeting with somebody that I'm working with, I'm excited. When I know that I don't care if it's one person, Coach O is going to show up. You know why? Because one matters. One is a whole number. And when you have somebody, good evening, Sasha. Thank you so much for joining. When you have somebody that'll show up just for you, you better hold on to them. I'm telling you, you hold on to them because it's not all about the big numbers. It's not about the big numbers. But I'm telling you, it is about the purpose and it's about the passion. So when you think about why is it that you get up out of bed in the morning? Why is it that you drive and you grind and you go? And I know a lot of us as parents, we say, it's for my kids. It's for my kids. But it got to be for you first. It got to be for you first. When it's for you first, you can be there for your kids, your community. You can be there for your church, your boo, your bae. You can be there for so many other people. But it has to be about the passion and the purpose. Because look, if you have a purpose to do something, but you don't have no passion, you will do it all wrong. And what I mean by wrong, you'll do it with a nasty attitude. You know, your attitude is your attitude. When you have a good attitude, it'll take you to places that you never imagined. When you have a good attitude, it'll take you to places that you never, ever thought of, that you never saw in your dream. You didn't even see that door opening. You didn't even see that opportunity coming. But when you got a good attitude, people are talking about you that don't even know you, that you don't even know that know you. They see you from afar. They can sense the energy behind your being. So think about, why is it that you get up in the morning? This that I'm doing right here, I was born for it. I was born for it. This right here that I am doing, I was created for this thing. I love, absolutely love to do this right here. And you know what else I love? Do you know what else I love? I love to see other people win. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I promise you I don't. I want to see you win. I want to see you propelling. I want to see you going to the next level. I want to see you living your best life. I do. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. I, from the bottom of my heart, I want to see my sisters win. I want to see my sisters win. And I'm about to get all emotional because this is how passionate I am about what I do. Good evening, Rose. Thank you so much for joining. I love to see people. One of the things that drives me so, I hate to see people struggling. I don't like to see that. It hurts my heart. It hurts my feelings. And wherever that I am able to be a blessing to someone, that's what I do. Because you know what? It makes me feel good. Not for any accolades, pats on the backs, or public recognition, but it's just good to be good. It is good to be good. So I want you to think about, why is it that you get out of bed? I want you to think about, I want you to ask yourself, are you being stubborn? Not so much that you're being stubborn to the world, but are you being stubborn to yourself to think that you're going to do this thing by yourself? Yes, you are. You and your passions has pushed me into a new life. I love it. Listen, are you being stubborn to yourself? This is the thing. This is one of the things that I'm working on now. And you're going to love it if you're with me. Listen. This is another thing that I'm working on. I know I'm going from place to place, but all of it works out. I'm the procrastination coach, right? But one thing that I've been working on with some of my individuals is personal procrastination. What in the world are you talking about, coach? What are you talking about, personal procrastination? Because see, a lot of us, we're good at doing the obligated. We're good at raising the kids. We're good at showing up for our jobs. But we're not good at showing up for ourselves. So you personally procrastinate on the things that you should be or could be or would love to be doing for yourself. That's where you have to say, it's time to make a change. It's time for me to do something different. It's time for me to love myself and to know that my life matters too. My dreams matter too. What I want matters too. So what I'm asking, I'm kind of begging, I'm begging 5 more people to say that I'll just show up to see what this thing is about tonight at 8. It is at 8 p.m. Central. 9 p.m. Eastern. Just get on. I mean, I would love for you to stay the whole time, but if you can't, okay. But do you know that the first thing that one must do to turn around any situation is to make a decision? And do you know that even when we don't do anything, we're making a decision? Do you know even when we don't say anything, we're making a decision? Indecisiveness. When we don't make a decision, we've made a decision. Because see, we would easily opt in to the default. We easily opt in to default. And as I was thinking, I wrote this on my paper earlier. I was sitting there and sometimes stuff just come to my head, and I know it's not me. But I thought this was a great little quote that this was a great little thing that came to my head, so I wrote it down. And with today being, St. Patrick's Day, and we have our Lucky Charm and our 4-leaf clover and all these different sorts of types of things. And so what I wrote down, it said, see you at 8. Yes, send me your email so I can get you registered for my office, can send you the link, reader. But listen, it says stop hoping. This is what I wrote down as I was sitting here and thoughts just running through my head. It says, stop hoping to get lucky. This is for the St. Patrick's Day folks, right? Stop hoping to get lucky, and let's plan to build the life we want and not simply play the one that we get. Let's have life by design and not by default. Can I say that again? With today being St. Patrick's Day, a lot of times we hope to get lucky. We hope this will work out. We hope we get the opportunity. We hope we get the raise. We hope we get the promotion. We hope somebody sees us. Let's stop hoping that somebody else recognizes us. Let's stop hoping that somebody else sees us. Let's stop hoping that somebody else give us an opportunity. If we want it, we have to make up in our mind what I want, I get. And the reason I know that I get it because I created, because I am a creator. And so I said, stop hoping to get lucky and let's plan to build the life we want and not simply play the one that we get. So let's have a life by design and not by default, not by tradition, not by other people's opinion, not by what other people think, not by how other people feel about us and what they say. But I want you to live the life of your dream, the one that you don't talk to people about, the one that keep you up at night, the one that will make you go and daydream in the middle of your task. Those things that you say, if time and money was a problem, that I would do that. If you didn't have to worry about your culture or your family, you didn't have to worry about your boo or your bae, you didn't have to worry about your kids, telling you that that's not going to work, that you shouldn't do that you should do, there's some cultures that feel like if you're not a doctor or lawyer, or you got three choices, that you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a loser. But that's not true. That's not true. And the reason I know that is not true is because we have a choice to be, have, and do what we want to do. Rita, I see you. I got you. As soon as I hang up, I'll get you logged in so they can get you the link. It's at 8 o'clock. Look, there's the wisdom. Take the nuggets, use it this is how I learn. This is what I do. Sometimes I will go into a different industry as mine. And I'm going back and forth because I'm getting you nuggets and I'm just going to, I just got to let it flow. Sometimes I'll go into a different industry. Do you know there's always something that you can learn? I always say that, you take the lesson, you pick up what you can use and you leave what is not beneficial to you. See, you don't have to just, you don't have to be a cook. You don't have to just look at cooking shows. There are so many other things that can be like, wow. And you will be surprised how many things are parallel. You'll be so surprised at how many women that you are more alike than you are different. That's when I don't understand how we can't get along. That's when I don't understand why is it and how is it that we can't work together as women, because we have some of the same struggles. We're all sensitive. I don't care how hard we try to look on the outside. I don't care what kind of personality that we have created for ourselves. We all have those feelings because we were born to be nurturers. We were born to be lovers. We were born to care. Now, I know that there are some things. There are some things that may have happened. There are some people that may have, crossed you the wrong way, mistreated you. There are some things that may have been said to you. There are some things that may have happened to you, in your upbringing and even in your adulthood. But you know what? The little girl that you were born to be, she's still in you. She is still in you. And it doesn't matter how hurt you have been. The person you was created to be can't die until she lives. Women, we are more alike than we are different. We are more alike than we are different. Let's build. When I sit on this meeting a while ago, where's my paper? When I sit on this meeting a while ago, and to think that 7 people, the 7 people have an annual income of $100 million annually and $2 billion in net worth. They were talking live. It wasn't a pre-recording. It wasn't a webinar. These were live, real people where you can ask your question. I see you in my inbox. Thank you so much. I need 3 more people on here. Don't look. It's time for us to stop sitting back with passive lives. And this is what I tell myself. And I know, a lot of times people say I do a lot of stuff. But I'm in the financial industry. I am not going to be a part of the financial industry and not be wealthy. I am not going to be in the financial industry and not leave a legacy for my kids. I am not going to be in the financial industry and cannot do the things that I want to do day to day. I sit back and I just look at the things that I am able to accomplish as a single mother, as a single woman. The things that I am able to accomplish, I don't want for nothing. What I want, I have. And it's not that I have to, and it's not bragging. It's not to impress you, but it is to express to you what is possible. That we don't have to do anything strange for no change. We don't have to lay up for it. They ain't putting out nothing anyway, honey. Let me tell you something. You can, and you don't have to work all night and all day for it. Do you know what my ideal business hours is? Is 4-hour days, 5 days a week, off on Saturdays and Sundays, and having the flexibility to work from wherever I want to. You hear me? I'm telling you, this is real. My idea is for my annual income to be my monthly income. It's real. It blows my mind to see not only what's possible, but even to do the things that I've done. And it's not, sometimes we think that, it's not possible for me. We think that, it's not for me, and we be so busy and so tangled up in all the little bitty things that, this is an example. Listen, this is a great example. And this is a real example. I used to work at McDonald's, and McDonald's was not my sole job. I've always been this person to feel like I want to do, I couldn't sit down. And I get up 7 days a week. I don't have rest days and days that I'm laying around to 10, 11 o'clock. That's just not me, because I figure when I die, I have time to rest. I know I need sleep. I rest my body. I refuel my mind. I nurture my body and all these other different sorts of types of things. But I was working at the casino as a revenue auditor because, I have a degree in accounting, and I was a revenue auditor for 5 years, almost 6 years. But anyway, I used to be off through the week. So I was off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I used to sub at the school on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And I'm like, my mind always just running. And so, and of course, I wasn't making the money that I desired on this job. I think back then they wasn't paying but about $10 or something. I don't know. It wasn't much. But I worked a lot of overtime. So I was able to almost double my salary with overtime because of the things that I learned. And a lot of the things that I was able to do, it was only a couple of us that did it, actually 2. And so I had more flexibility to do other things to get overtime that other people didn't have because they didn't take the time to learn other things. So anyway, I worked at McDonald's. So when I started at the job that I'm on now, I was still, working at McDonald's in the evening time. And this is what my boss said. He said, at the time, he said, the money that you're making at McDonald's, this was over a period of days. He said, you can just work an extra couple hours, an extra hour here. If you want to stay here and do this, you can just stay here. So I let McDonald's go. Because I can make more in 2 hours, staying 2 hours over than I was making in the 3 days that I was showing up at McDonald's. Like, duh, right? So my thing has always been, I didn't want to work 2 or 3 jobs. Because, sometimes people say, I got 4 jobs. But, the sum total of all of them is really, it's enough for them to get by and do the things that they have to do. I'm not downplaying that. We have to do what we have to do. But my mother showed me how I did not want to work. And what I mean by that, I saw her, change from one outfit to another. We had to celebrate her birthdays at the store. We didn't have time. Every time when we get ready to do something, she working this second job and all these different sorts of types of things. And I'm thinking, no, I want one job that pays me well. And the job I'm on pays me well. And I've been on it this month. The 7th made 14 years. Good evening, Jose. Thank you so much for joining. So, but what I want you to know is we grind so that we can have some of the things that we want. Because tell me, raise your hands if the only reason you get up to go to work is go pay bills. I don't believe it if you tell me that. I do not believe that you get up because you're so excited about paying your electric bill, your cable bill. I don't believe that you get up because you're so excited about paying your cell phone bill, your house note. We do those things because they're necessities and we know we need light, gas, water, phone, cable, internet, da. But I don't believe, good evening, Shanti. Thank you so much for joining. But I don't believe you get up to do those things because you just absolutely love paying your money. I'm not going to say you don't like doing what you do, but I guarantee you would like it more if you had more money or if you can do what you love and not have to pay all your money out. Right? I'm even amazed, I am grateful for, I'm amazed that I listen and I watch people, with the stimulus money or whatever, you think, but you got to think that, that's no money. It's something, but that's no money. When you got big dreams, you can go and spend that in literally in a short period of time. Like I'm not talking about days. I'm talking a couple of hours, really more than that. I mean, less than that. But listen, I'm going back to my original questions for you. Ask yourself, not for you to answer for me, but I want you to ask yourself, why is it that you get out of bed? I want you to ask yourself, what drives you? What keeps you motivated when all stuff is crumbling down? What keeps you with that drive? What keeps you going? What keeps you excited? What keeps you to say that, you know what? No matter what they say, no matter what they do, and no matter how hard this is, I won't quit. And this is the thing that I do. I was thinking this morning, I was telling my sister how this has been probably, I'm 43, so it's been, I had to be 19. So you're looking at about 25 years ago. I used to always tell my mother, elevate your mind. Get yourself together. Elevate. I mean, I have always been this like super positive person. I don't care what happened in life. I don't care who leave out of my life. I don't care what I lose in life. I've always been this positive person. Because I'm going to tell you a secret to it. When you know whose you are, even if you're not, you may not be this super saved person that really have this great relationship with God. But when you know that there's a higher power than you. I'm not perfect. I've never been perfect. And I know that I'd never be perfect. But what I do strive to be better than the person that I was the day before. But the reason that I can be positive and solution orientated versus dwelling in my problems, in my past, and in my pain, because I know that there's a higher power that can make all things better, that can turn my situation around at any time. So I don't dwell on what I can't change. I don't dwell on what happened to me yesterday. I'm looking at the present moment and I ask myself, what can you do now? What can you do now to feel great? Because listen, if you wake up in a bad mood, it's because you're living in the past. Because nothing has happened to you in that moment. You're thinking about something, you've gotten emotional about something that happened yesterday, last week, the week before. So we have to be very conscious. We have to be very intentional on how long we allow ourselves to stay in a mood. How long we allow ourselves to stay angry, to stay upset? How long? We have to be like David and be quick to repent. We have to be quick to forgive. We have to be quick to say, you know what? I'm not going to dwell in that place and on that thing. So that's why I can be this positive person, because I don't care what happened. Lost relationships, kids acting crazy, family members not talking, or whatever it is. Not to say that those are my cases now, but they have been in the past. It's not. I'm not perfect. People get in their feelings over anything. Sometimes you don't even know they're in the feelings. But you know what? I don't dwell on it. I don't dwell on it. What I continue to do, I continue to look at my goals. I continue to look at my dreams. And I tell myself, I can. I will. I must. I will succeed, and I will not be denied my success. I will not be denied my success. I will not dwell on things that are negative, that are heavy, that are mentally draining. I will not dwell on that. If we're in a relationship, and I don't care what type of ship that is, partnership, friendship, whatever type of ship that is, when we come to the conclusion that this is no longer working for the both of us, we don't have to leave the relationship feeling no certain type of way. We can agree to disagree and be gone. Be happy. I wish the best for you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We spend too much of our precious time. Look, we each get 1,440 minutes. We spend too much of our precious time dwelling on things that do not serve us. Don't allow the things that do not serve you to rob you of your peace, your joy, your happiness, and your freedom another day. Not another day. Not another day. Let it go. You should do company with that positive mind state that you have. But listen, don't let people hold you back. Don't let people hold your future in their hand, your dreams. You let them control it. They didn't live theirs, and that's why they don't want you to live yours. Look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I was on training for 5 hours, listening at those amazing people. If you have not sent me your email, I need 3 more people. 3 more people. Email, and of course, when you send your email, I have your name. But even if you can't do nothing but listen in, pop on there, put your iPod somewhere while you cooking your food, while you running your bath water, or even while you in the tub. Be careful. But you can put your phone somewhere. You can put your phone somewhere and put it on speaker just to listen in. Get these nuggets. Use it. Use it where you see fit. And see what these millionaires are doing. If you want to be, a lot of times we say, all millionaires are crooks. No, some millionaires, they done figured out what their numbers are. They putting in the work. These people are working and doing what is necessary. And see, the ones that's sitting up with all these cliches, they left here broke. If our ancestors would have just put some of this stuff that we laugh at and find so funny, because it sound good, if they would have just put that in a book and published that, they could have left some generational funds. They could have left something back, a legacy, right? So look, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Again, what I'm talking about is there's an event on tonight. I'm a part of a financial company, but there's an event on tonight where 5 amazing speakers will be speaking. All of them are millionaires, actually multimillionaires. And when you're able to sit and glean at the feet of people that are doing things, that's a place to be. A lot of times we would stay glued up in front of the TV, talking about we are a fan of this person, and you can't even approach them people. They had their security after you, and you talking about that's your favorite what? Who, what? Your favorite? But they got to protect their space, because people just run all over them because they want to do selfies and they want to take a picture and they want to pick their brain and they may want to pick their pockets. But anyway, the question that I want you to ask yourself again is, why do you get up? What drives you? What will keep you? And what are you intentional about? Look, if you're new to me, this is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I'm known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert, where I help you to build unshakable confidence. And I want to thank each of you for your congratulations on the opportunity to speak on the stage with Dr. Cheryl Woods and the legendary Les Brown. I'm super excited. We got more work, more stuff coming up. There's another project that's coming up with him and Dr. Cheryl. I am so excited and truly grateful. I do comedy and I'm a guy. Awesome. Send me your email so I can get you registered. 8 o'clock tonight, 8 Central. Send me your email inbox and let's get registered. Get on there, glean, and grab this information. Grab some information. Grab some nuggets and see. This is a thing that I learned when because I went through a course for quick reading, so I try to do a book a week. But one of the things that he said is, and I have it, but it's you ask the question when you go to and you listen to the things, you ask yourself, how can I use this? Why should I use this? And when will I use this? Stop just collecting information that you're not executing, that you're not using. So look, I'm getting ready to get out of here so I can grab something to eat before this 8 o'clock. Because guess what, baby? I'm going to be on there too. I never can get too much wisdom from people that are in places that I'm trying to go. If you've sent me your email, I'm getting ready to send it in right now. So be looking out for that link in your email and be ready. 8 o'clock, get your pen, get your paper, have an open mind, and be ready. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.